Well, thank you everybody for your amazing presentations, and I'm going to conclude us here with another one. Unless Hunter pops out of nowhere, I think I'll be your last speaker. And what we're going to be speaking on today is the 10th Amendment. So imagine a world where the government controls every aspect of your life, where every freedom is controlled by the government. Well, that's not really hard to imagine if you just look at North Korea or China. And that's why our founding fathers thought it was imperative to put the 10th Amendment into the Constitution of the United States. And the 10th Amendment states, the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states are reserved to the states, respectively, or to the people. And our founding fathers knew that it was important to leave us with a defense against our own government so that way our own people never get taken advantage of. So right now we're going to talk about what does this law really mean, and how it's been used in the past, and what it does or doesn't take away. The Constitution was written for the people, by the people, for the people, by the people, in order to make sure that the people do not get overtaken by the government. So does this mean that as a people we're allowed to storm the Capitol? It doesn't. This really does not mean we can take our law into our own hands, but it means that the law cannot take our lives into their own hands. And the amendment simply states that anything not covered in the Constitution is left up to the states and to the people to decide, giving states their states' rights, which is another topic to discuss on. States' rights are very important to democracy, and individual states have the right to choose or to decide what to do with anything that's not governed by the central government. And this topic is very confusing when it comes to people interpreting it for themselves. The 10th Amendment has been used for all kinds of arguments in the past. Just like, think about this situation, for example. What if in the past, your candidate for president did not win, did not get elected, and you feel like the government, the people in charge of government and power are not, the people in charge of government and power are making decisions for you that you're not able to be a part of. Well, does that mean that you and others like you can storm the Capitol and put the rightful leader in place? Well, again, you don't have to imagine that. It happened. On January 6, 2021, a deadly insurrection stormed the Capitol because a group of people wanted to assert their rights that they felt were given to them under the Constitution. Another example is the original Civil War in the United States, where the South revolted against the North in order to create a shift in the structure of power. So these are radical examples of the 10th Amendment. But something that might hit closer to home is the legal drinking age in the United States. So before 1984, states were allowed to decide what age an individual was legally able to drink, until the Drinking Act of 1984, which strictly declared the drinking age to be 21 years old. So what we're talking about is the 10th Amendment does not take away power from the government or states, but anything that is not declared to be governed by the government is then able to be taken on by states or the people. And that is what the 10th Amendment is really about. So thank you all for listening. I'm so nervous. Sorry.
Nice job.